It's the Dark City Fight Club. And King and Titus focusing on Rave.
Jimmy Rave gets thrown out of the ring, and look at El Generico high on the ropes, flying into the ring.
Young Bucks and Dark City double drop kicking. Whoa! They just eliminated the Dark City Fight Club. Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, doing battle with the Briscoes, Kevin Steen and El Generico.
And who out of this group will get the tag team honor tonight?
Now Davey Richards over the top and to the floor, slides back in.
You cannot do that.
The referee didn't see that he was thrown over.
And Steen is out. El
As is
Generico is out. So now it's going to be Mark Briscoe against the Wolves. Jay Briscoe grabbed the leg of one of the Wolves and pulled him out. Trying to throw Eddie Edwards out. He hangs on somehow. Oh, there's the boot. He's out.
Five-time former World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes, do win the Honor Rumble here tonight.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Ring of Honor on HDNet. Mike Hogwood here, along with Dave Prazak. Boy, that Honor Rumble last week was something. Congrats to the Briscoes for winning that. Tonight, we've got a double with an L double. What does that mean? Here's Dave.
It's the second ever Austin Aries Lucky Lottery. One lucky member of the locker room will be awarded an ROH World Title matchup tonight against Austin Aries. Who will it be? Will it top the last? A double, L double? We're about to find out right now.
I only hope it's not Grizzly Redwood like it was last time. But you're right. No more suspense. Let's get right to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Austin Aries Lucky Lottery.
I can't wait, Hog. It was because of the demand of the fans, all the cards, all the letters that have been flooding the HDNet offices, that A doubles L double makes its return here tonight. One lucky member of the locker room will get a world title shot.
Yeah, the last time it was Grizzly Redwood.
Nobody knows.
I'm not sure that nobody knows, but I'm just hoping that it is somebody worthy of a title shot. I can think of a lot of guys, but knowing Austin Aries, he's got this thing rigged.
It's not rigged. It's all completely at random. Everyone has an equal shot at having their name pulled out of the hat. Let's hear what A double's got to say.
Austin, we've done it before. You've decided to give someone else a chance backstage. The lottery is yours. You know, last time, Durden, I dismissed you after you held the ropes open for me. But tonight, I'm going to let you be part of the action.
That's nice of him.
Right now, there's 19 names left. 19 at the top, the upper echelon, the best wrestlers in the business. And I'm going to put them into this beautiful hat, and I'm going to pull out one lucky name for a chance of a lifetime, a shot at my ROH World Title. All right, hold the hat out for me, Durden.
I'm not sure that hat's beautiful.
Stylish, man.
Look bad on Kyle.
There's a lot of stars in that hat right now, let me tell you. And the lucky winner of the second A double, L double, Austin Aries Lucky Lottery is... Well, this guy definitely has his share of fans. And he has got some of the sweetest feet in this business. You know who I'm talking about. I know you're back there. The lucky winner is Sugarfoot Alex Payne.
No!
What an opportunity for Alex Payne,
Oh,
Hog. One of the top wrestlers in the world today. And tonight, history could be made here on HDNet. We could have a title change.
Now I know this thing is totally rigged. Although you'll remember last time that Alex Payne got in the ring, I talked about how much he's improved, and indeed he has. But he has not improved to the point that he deserves a shot at the world title.
Hey, everyone deserves a shot. That's the whole point of A doubles, L double. Anyone could be picked at random to get this big chance at becoming the world champion.
Well, A, I don't believe it was random, and B, he is no Tyler Black, Brian Danielson.
There weren't 3 names in the hat, there was 19. So, Alex Payne, step up to the plate, my brother. Austin Aries, the world champion, across the ring from you tonight.
Now let's see what Alex Payne can bring to it.
People will be talking about this matchup for decades. What are you laughing about, Hog? It's a huge, this is the 3rd time that the world title has been on the line here on HDNet. It's a historic occasion.
People will forget about this match by next week.
What are you talking about? We have press from all over the world at ringside to witness this one. Weekly Pro Wrestling in Japan, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, you name it. All eyes are on this ring right now because the world title is on the line.
By the way, who designed those trunks for Austin Aries?
I don't know, but
Glow in the dark.
very fashionable, I must say. And a nice exchange of holds here between these two world-class athletes. The champion is in control.
Yeah, they may be world athletes, but I'm not sure about the class, particularly on Austin Aries' part.
Hey, he is the champion of the world. There's a reason why he can actually get away with claiming he's the best wrestler on the planet. He's got that belt around his waist, and he just connected with the face of young Sugarfoot with that drop kick.
Yeah, drop kick right to the head of Alex Payne, and another boot. That stung him.
You know, Jerry Lynn wasn't this giving of a champion when he had the world title. Austin Aries is putting that title on the line on a regular basis.
At least Jerry Lynn fought somebody worthy of fighting for it.
Hey, Alex Payne, he's working his way up the ladder. This is his huge opportunity.
Here's how you hold on to the world title, Dave. Grizzly Redwood 1 week, Alex Payne the next.
It was all the luck of the draw. This is the elbow drop, but Aries quickly back to his feet. So resilient.
How about Alex Payne? A nice shot to the midsection. Oh, how embarrassing would this be for Austin Aries if he should happen to lose? And as you know in wrestling, one small slip up, it could all be over.
Well, that's not going to happen.
There's a cover.
Only 2, though. Aries back to his feet already.
But how about Alex Payne getting a 2 count on a world champion? Strong.
See, he's a viable challenger. You just said it. Alex Payne, one of the top contenders here in Ring of Honor. Nice maneuver from the world champ.
I like Alex Payne. Great young guy. Coming on as a wrestler. But if he should win, it would be the biggest upset in the history of wrestling.
Is it time for the Brainbuster?
We'll see. There it is. The Brainbuster, the cover.
He's not done. Last chancery.
Come on, Austin. And he tapped out, did Alex Payne. He let go of it. It's over with. You know, he got what he wanted. He rigged the deal. He got somebody who was not worthy to be in that ring to battle him for the world title.
Hey, what's that music? No, 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 no. This is not Brian Danielson's time.
Now this is who Austin Aries should be fighting against.
Cut the music. Hey, Aries, that is 2 times in a row. That whole draw that you just did, that whole thing's a sham. What? That is not the elite. That is not the best. You want the best of the best? Why don't you defend that title against the best right now?
Oh, yeah! second. Bryan Danielson, you go.
He just competed in a world title matchup.
You know what I think's really funny? These people chant best in the world, but I thought the best had the belt to back it up. And I don't see nothing around your waist. But you know what? I'm a little sick and tired of these people and all the pundits calling you the best in the world. So maybe I will step in this ring and shut your mouth. Just not tonight.
Austin Aries has 30 days between title defenses if he so chooses. He's done for tonight.
He is such a coward. Bryan Danielson and Austin Aries would be a great matchup for the world title.
But Aries is done for tonight. No go for Bryan Danielson here this evening.
Don't forget, we've got a great main event still to come. KENTA and Chris Hero. Right now, let's hear from Chris Hero.
KENTA, the legal man, with Eddie Edwards.
He's a hell of a performer, but there's a real strong difference between the heavyweight style and the junior heavyweight style, and that's what sets me apart from everybody else, because I am a heavyweight. I'm 230 pounds, I'm 6'5", but I move around the ring just as good as any junior heavyweight in the history of wrestling. The stuff I can do is on par with the best of the best. So I fuse junior heavyweight wrestling and heavyweight wrestling and brought the knockout strikes. I got the kicks, I got the elbows, and that's what makes me who I am to this day. And KENTA, I mean, he's a great wrestler, but I'm going to say he's a little one-dimensional. I mean, he can't perform the power moves that I can. He can throw some vicious kicks, and his kicks are a hell of a lot better than my kicks, but what's better, his kicks or my elbows?
Elbow to the back of the head.
You know, I guess we'll have to find out, right?
The last time we saw Bison Smith and Necro Butcher, boy, Dave, they were really going at it.
It was the Necro Butcher in action, and Bison Smith came to the aid of his fellow stablemate in the embassy, and it was a locker room clearing brawl between Bison Smith and the Necro Butcher that leads us to that big matchup here tonight.
Approaching the ring, being accompanied by Prince Nana from Boulder, Colorado, weighing 280 pounds, representing the embassy, Bison Smith.
Tell you what, I don't think there's going to be anything fancy about this match tonight. Two huge guys, Bison Smith set to take on the Necro Butcher.
His opponent, weighing 250 pounds, the Necro Butcher.
Coming into the ring with his trademark chair. Staple gun can't be far away.
Well, the referee better get the staple gun, the chair, and any other weapon that Necro wants to grab hold of out of the ring before this one gets started. Two of the toughest men in pro wrestling today.
And two of the biggest in Ring of Honor.
But the chair and the staple gun couldn't stop Bison Smith last time these two men were in the ring battling one another, but nobody's gonna separate them this time. They're just gonna fight it out. Bison just pounding away on Necro.
Like I said, nothing fancy between these two guys. And it is Bison Smith with the early advantage.
Bison Smith, a world-traveled wrestler, has headlined events in Japan, Puerto Rico, throughout the United States, making his mark here in Ring of Honor at the side of Prince Nana and the Embassy.
Ernie Osiris there looking on. Gonna throw him into the barricade.
Well, that's exactly the style that Necro is used to. He likes to send his opponents into the barricade, and now he's on the receiving end.
You know, sometimes I think Necro Butcher is motivated by pain. Now here comes a chair. Oh my, he's gonna put it on his throat.
Trying to take away the wind of the Necro Butcher. I think the Necro Butcher has met his match. Bison Smith is clearly the man here in Ring of Honor. Who can stop this big guy?
I'm not sure anybody's going to be able to knock him off his feet, although Necro gave him a nice shot. Another shot to the head.
You know, those punches from the Necro Butcher will floor a normal man, but Bison stayed on his feet. He is stunned in the corner, though. And I would be too if that bare foot of the Necro Butcher was in my face. Disgusting.
Going after his eyes.
This is not legal. Get in there, ref. Man's in the corner. Just that quickly, Bison was back on his feet.
Boy, Bison's taking a lot of shots here.
But he's absorbing all this punishment, and he's still up. Trying to body slam him? You're not gonna be able to pick up a guy the size of Bison Smith. Even if you are someone like the Necro Butcher. Look at the power of Bison. I don't think Necro can beat him without weapons, without using that staple gun. He relies too much on chairs, tables, the barricades, you name it. Bison Smith can get the job done with his bare hands.
Well, the Necro Butcher can take a lot of pain, and I don't think he's been intimidated by anybody ever.
He's too stupid to be intimidated.
You stupid! Huh?
See, Prince Nana agrees.
Back up, referee!
And the referee warning Bison Smith.
Come on, Prince Nana. The referee needs to turn around.
He was laying down the law with Bison Smith, and Prince Nana took advantage of the referee's position. It's a smart move on the part of the embassy.
Chicken move on the part of the embassy.
Hard shot. Forearm in combination.
Look at the Necro Butcher. Maybe hurting, but definitely not down.
Ooh!
Although Bison Smith is knocked out of the ring by the Necro Butcher.
Prince Nana and Ernie Osiris checking on his condition.
Your eye on the Necro Butcher. Is he gonna fly into Bison? Let's see. Here it flies. Not only did it hurt Bison, it hurt Necro a little bit.
Well, he put his own body on the line to try to do some damage. It did take Big Bison Smith off his feet, and here he's moving furniture again.
Yeah, we saw him a couple of weeks ago move that barricade, throwing Bison Smith right over it.
Once again, the Necro Butcher resorting to using weapons rather than just trying to fight the man. He's got a chair.
He just called for the chair from out of the stands. And now both guys got a chair going at it.
Oh, Necro doesn't have it anymore.
Want to bet?
Up to a count of 19.
And I think both of these guys have just been counted out. They got to the 20 count to the referee, and the count on about Bison Smith and the Necro Butcher. Prince Nana arguing.
He rules this match. A double countdown.
And the fight is continuing in the crowd now. The ring could not contain the battle between the Necro Butcher and Bison Smith. And here come several wrestlers out of the locker room. Once again, these two big guys just fighting, and we don't even have a winner.
Some of the backstage staff now trying to pull these guys apart.
I don't think there's any reason why we even set up a ring in Necro Butcher matches. He never stays inside of the barricades. He never keeps the fight between the ropes. And nobody's going to tell Bison Smith what to do.
Bison Smith's hitting anything that's moving.
Oh
my goodness!
He just launched that garbage can right at the head of Bison Smith.
Well, it's over with. Somebody needs to keep these guys apart and get them out of here.
The match might be over with, but the fight certainly isn't. It's taken about 12 guys to try to hold Bison Smith back.
Oh, fans here want him to keep going at it. And you see Bison Smith.
Well, the fans want to see a winner. I want to see a winner too, but the fact is the rules of this match. Ooh!
Oh, the chair on the head.
The rules, they couldn't play by him. They couldn't listen to a referee. They just wanted to battle. And that chair just caved in the skull of the Necro Butcher. Oh, he's back up.
I told you, Necro Butcher feels very little pain. Pain only inspires him. This is just an all-out brawl here.
A chaotic scene once again between Bison Smith and the Necro Butcher.
Necro Butcher wants Bison to get back in the ring. Somehow, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, this match is officially over. No winner tonight, but it is not over between these two big guys. Bison just glaring at the Necro Butcher. It will be something when these two men fight it out again in a sanctioned matchup here in Ring of Honor.
Still a lot more to come here tonight, including Tyler Black in action against Red Titus. Welcome back to Ring of Honor on HDNet. Next week, Colt Cabana goes up against Claudio Castagnoli. Let's find out more about the life of Colt Cabana.
The last place I worked was interesting because I had a lot of creative mojo just sitting in me that I wanted to burst out, and there's so much that I wanted to do, but I felt really restricted. And I gotta travel a lot. I gotta meet a lot of great people, but it's like there was so much I wanted to do, and there's just so much I couldn't do, and that was, it was rough being a lemonade vendor on North Beach in Chicago. But those were just the restrictions you got to live with, and that's the world of working, man. Thankfully I'm a wrestler, and I don't have to do that anymore.
This match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from the Temple of Lust on Long Beach Island, New Jersey, weighing 203 pounds, our biggest loves, Red Titus.
And every woman comes to this building to get that room key from Addicted to Love, Red Titus.
Yeah, I wonder what that lady's boyfriend's going to have to say about that. He was sitting right beside her.
Here's entrance music. He's got thighs that hypnotize, Hog.
Maybe you.
It's in his entrance music. I didn't say it. Just pointing it out.
Oh. There's been a lack of focus in Red Titus's life, as we all know, but one guy who's getting his focus back is Tyler Black, thanks to the help of Jerry Lynn. Black looking ready to go at it tonight. As I mentioned, Dave, Jerry Lynn has been helping him, not so much with his wrestling, but with his focus.
Well, it was tag team action a couple of weeks ago here on HDNet between Titus and Kenny King and the team of Tyler Black and Jerry Lynn. And the new tandem of Black and Lynn pulled out, in my mind, an upset victory against an established duo. Let's see how Rhett can do one-on-one against Tyler Black tonight.
And we also mentioned Rhett, talk about losing focus, sometimes gets more excited about trying to entertain the ladies in the audience than he does focusing on his wrestling.
Two men in phenomenal physical condition. Both spend a lot of time in the gym. Both great athletes. And gets the jump start on Tyler Black with a shot right to the mouth.
Yeah, during the handshake, that's real honorable, taking a shot to the head.
It's all on the line right here for Rhett Titus. He needs to pull out the victory and do it quickly. I don't blame him.
Yeah, if this is a long match, that is definitely in Tyler Black's favor.
Oh, but blocks that roll-up attempt, does Rhett Titus. Through the legs he goes. Tyler with that crossbody.
Got him up in the air and going to work on that back.
He's standing on the man's throat. Get in there, ref. Very quickly gets himself out of that position and tullies him right into the turnbuckle head first. Why are they chanting that about Tyler Black? I don't understand.
Well, this crowd realizes that Tyler Black, one of the real upcoming talents in professional wrestling, and now his career just unlimited with the help of Jerry Lynn. And again, that foot right on the throat. Oh my! That had to take all the air out of Rhett Titus, but just a count of 2.
You can talk about these fans chanting for Tyler Black all you want. They've been chanting for over a year that he's the next world champ, but he hasn't won that belt. Austin Aries is the world champion. He is the best in the world. And Rhett Titus got a nice shot in right there on Tyler Black.
Tyler Black up and over the ring.
The thrust is a must. Well, maybe not right now.
Tyler firing up the crowd, calling for Titus, going after him, and he gets knocked off by Rhett Titus. That's a pretty good move by Titus.
Yeah, he saw that Tyler was going for that springboard maneuver and delivered the drop kick before Tyler could pull off that high-risk maneuver. And it is all Rhett Titus on the floor.
Yeah, but remember we had a count out in our last match. Both of these guys watch that and have to be aware of it, that they've got to get back in the ring.
They do have until the count of 20. And something tells me that I think these two men are going to be listening to the referee's count a little bit more than those two big guys in our last match. Near fall right there for Rhett.
Rhett Titus with the cover and a count of 2.
Tyler trying to fire back here. But a reversal. Rhett Titus staying on the offensive.
Boy, threw Tyler right in that turnbuckle. That hurt him. Now can Titus take advantage? Got the cover. Whoa. Rhett Titus came close to what would have been called an upset. A win over Tyler Black.
I wouldn't necessarily consider it an upset. You know, as much as you or any of these fans might want to talk about the lack of focus that Rhett Titus has with his opponents, worrying too much about the women in the crowd, he seems focused to me. He's in a flurry of offense here, and he has control of Tyler Black right now.
It's going to be interesting, I think, now at this point in the match to see where that encouragement and mental help from Jerry Lynn comes into play as Black tries to come back and regain control.
Does deliver that neck breaker. He's got Rhett Titus down on the canvas, but as I said, Tyler's been on the receiving end of a lot of punishment the past few moments. Slow to follow up himself.
Clothesline from Tyler Black. Now he has seemed to have regained his strength a bit. He's going to get Titus in the air. And again going to work on that back.
You know, as much as Jerry Lynn's been coaching Tyler Black, Rhett Titus has the encouragement of the world champion and Kenny King on his side as well.
Boy, how about the boot to the back of the head? Agility from the very tall Tyler Black. He flies off the ropes and into Titus. Got him covered. And again, just a 2 count, but Titus is in some trouble here.
Hey, I would take the advice of the world champion over the advice of Jerry Lynn any day. Titus blocking the attempt at the buckle bomb. Felt it coming, drove him into the corner. Again, countering.
I gotta admit, those are pretty good counters from Red Titus.
Another backdrop. And delivers a big boot to the face. How can you not be impressed by Red Titus in this match?
Red Titus right now does seem to be keeping his focus more than any time I've seen him in a long time.
He knows this is a very important match. Only two.
Now Black's got the, a little thrust from Tyler Black. Gotta love that. Now the shots to the head.
The great equalizer going to the eyes, taking away the vision of Tyler Black. That's payback for the thrusting, uncalled for.
I don't know, we've seen enough from Tyler Black.
Oh, I think that was three. Come on, ref.
Near fall, count of only two. Red Titus, if he wants to win, has got to maintain his focus. Tyler Black has got to start remembering some of the things that Jerry Lynn has taught him.
Red Titus remembering some of the things that Austin Aries taught him.
Oh, what a great athletic move by Tyler Black. He is gaining some emotion here. Black setting up something. It's God's last gift. He's got him rolled up. 1, 2, 3. Tyler Black has done it. Oh, a nice win in that match for Tyler Black.
Let's take another look. The Pele kick to the back of the head of Red Titus and followed it up with a small package driver. God's last gift. Tyler Black with the victory.
Boy, I tell you, somebody has to be proud is Jerry Lynn. Tyler maintained his focus, never lost it. And he is the winner. I think we're starting to see a different Tyler Black now than we've seen in recent matches.
Well, I'm a little bit more impressed by Red Titus's outing. He was right there every step of the way with Tyler Black. No shame in that loss for Red Titus.
Tyler Black in celebration. And he heads off victorious. The fans enjoy that. Certainly Tyler has a lot of them here. And look at that, Jerry Lynn coming out to congratulate Tyler Black. Lynn knows what it takes to be world champion, and I think he is going to help Tyler Black get to that world champion status as well. What a great job and what a great team that was, Lynn and Black. And next week, Jerry Lynn will be in action. He will be going head-to-head with Kenny King. And we have just learned that Austin Aries has agreed to a world title match next week against Bryan Danielson. Ho ho! That's going to be something special.
So who's your hero? It's Chris Hero.
The following contest is your main event. It is set for one fall with television time remaining. Introducing first, being accompanied by Shane Hagedorn and Sarah Del Rey. From Metropolis, weighing 240 pounds, he is that young knockout king, Chris Hero.
A true main event contest worldwide as ROH brings a matchup from Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan to a national television audience here in the States for Ring of Honor. Chris Hero, KENTA.
KENTA, a superstar in Japan. Great to have him in Ring of Honor. What a matchup this is going to be with Chris Hero. As long as Hero will stay away from that loaded elbow pad. I think we'll be in good shape here. And only Ring of Honor can bring you a match like this on American television. Two world stars in Chris Hero and Kenta. And you can sense the buzz and the excitement in the crowd here about what we're about to witness. Kenta kind of sizing up that crowd. Very focused, as you can see.
Just as focused as Kenta is that man right there, Chris Hero, in the best physical condition of his career. He's been spending a lot of time just getting his body in top physical form, lifting weights, spending time in the gym, and perfecting that rolling elbow. Handed down to him by the great Mitsuharu Misawa, the founder of Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. And these two men were a part of that tour on which Mitsuharu Misawa passed away just a couple of months ago. And now they bring their battle to the United States and here to Ring of Honor.
I'm expecting this to be a pretty even match.
It's going to come down to the kicks of Kenta versus the elbow strikes of Chris Hero.
Both these guys just feeling each other out right now.
They've had a bit of experience wrestling against one another in tag team settings here on HDNet in the past. First time we are seeing them one-on-one in this ring. Kenta going after the arm of Chris Hero, but can't quite get it cinched in the way he wanted. Front chancery by Hero, backed up against the ropes. Turns it around. Either man with a decided advantage thus far.
That man's really done anything so far. So right there, and Chris Hero lands a chop. And in return, Kenta responds. Well, it took a few minutes for this match to get going, but now it is on.
It's always a feeling out process, Hog. Just waiting for that right moment to throw that first strike. And Kenta just delivering those kicks.
And Hero can feel every one of them. Knocked the air right out of him. You see him gasping for air, trying to refill his lungs.
As hard as both these men can hit, they can absorb just as much punishment inside the ring. Hero gets momentum, but knee right to the midsection by Kenta. And again.
Boy, Kenta going to work right on that midsection. Now the back of the head with the boot.
Kenta trying to neutralize that great conditioning that Hero has gotten himself in here. Trying to take away his wind. Another shot to the abdomen. And again.
Count of two. A very smart strategy on the part of Kenta to try to take the wind out of his bigger opponent.
And now cinching in a body scissors, wrapping his legs around that midsection, making it difficult not only for Hero to escape, but to breathe as well.
And he got that foot onto the rope. Kenta has to break the hold. Again to work on the midsection. Putting all his weight behind it. Oh, and the boot comes up from Hero.
And the tide of this match has turned. He went for that big shoulder block in the corner. And shoulder first into the ring post he went. And Hero got a 2 count out of it. And we could have an injury on our hands here with Kenta.
Hero being very impressive right here. Got the cover and a 2 count.
Good officiating right there from senior official Todd Sinclair. Saw that Kenta's arm broke the plane of the bottom rope. Hero had to pull it away before he could make that count. Hero only got 2. Just measured him for that kick to the side of the head. Hero is focused.
Well, one thing we've seen out of Kenta in the past, he is really tough. You don't get to where he got in Japan by not being tough.
I hear the crowd chanting for "We Want Eddie." You know, Chris Hero has moved on from Eddie Kingston. He's a man that can't just move past an opponent. Hero has got himself in tremendous shape. He's prepared for this matchup. And in my opinion, Chris Hero is the one that deserves a world title shot, much more so than Bryan Danielson does.
Is this going to be a habit with you, just counting 2 on a game 3?
What did you hear?
Shane Hagedorn laying down the law with the referee himself. Hero charges! Kenta moves out of the way. Wow, landed a shot of his own on Hero.
Oh, nice hit to the head by Kenta. And Chris Hero is stunned. But again, these guys outside the ring need to get back in.
Hero, what balance! And connects with the elbow strike.
That was great balance. Climbing up on the top of the barricade, and you see the eyes fluttering. Kenta. Hero's not in great shape. Sarah Del Rey encouraging him on.
Shaking out that arm just a little bit. It is incredible just how hard both of these competitors can strike, inside and outside of the ring.
Oh my goodness. Right on the edge of the ring, Dave. Right in the midsection.
Now Kenta is the one fighting for oxygen on the outside of the ring.
And you heard Todd Sinclair. He's been counting out. But both of these guys are back in the ring. The cover, only a count of 2.
Yeah, but the damage was done on the floor. Hero looking to maintain the advantage now inside the ring. Submission predicament right here in the middle of the ring, nowhere near the ropes for Kenta to force a break.
And you may have heard some in the crowd shouting, "Give up, Kenta, give up." And no way is he doing that.
Oh, Hero does have his fans here. I heard some "Chris is awesome" chants.
Oh, the thing you got to watch out for from Chris Hero that we've seen in the past is that loaded elbow pad.
Hey, nothing has been proven. That is speculation on your part and everyone else. I think that he has just perfected that elbow strike. The rolling elbow has knocked people out inside this ring, across the globe, in pro wrestling, Noah. He just needs the right moment to hit that maneuver on Kenta and pull home the victory.
Now that you made your speech, we have undisputed video proof. But right now, Chris Hero looking pretty good against Kenta. Again, a count of 2. Hero feels he could have got him right then, but he let him go and says, "I'm not done."
I think he wants to knock the man out. He is that young knockout kid. And he's just wearing down Kenta so that he can have him in the right position to nail the rolling elbow. Oh, he slaps him across the face.
What a show of disrespect. The cover, and again, a count of 2. You know
Great
what?
show of confidence.
You know what,
Hero.
Dave? Dave, this is going to come back to bite Chris Hero. Just wait.
Hero is just trying to prove his greatness. He knows that everyone worldwide is watching this matchup. And now the Dragon Sleeper cinched in on Kenta. Modification for the stretch plum, actually. Trying to reach the ropes.
Todd Sinclair asked you want a submission. No, and there's the foot on the ropes. Nice move by Kenta, forcing Chris Hero to break the hold.
The damage has been done. And Hero mocking the Kenta fans in attendance tonight.
Yeah, and here comes Kenta. He's heard it all, and he's about tired of it.
Hero getting aggressive.
So is Kenta. Couple of clotheslines. And let Chris Hero know that Kenta is back. Boot to the head. Can this be it right here? Whoa, was that close?
Kenta didn't even hook the leg on that cover. You're not going to beat a man the caliber of Chris Hero with a cover like that.
Up on the ropes. Watch out, here comes Kenta with a dive! Boy, that was was almost it again. Kenta, great dive off the ropes.
Of course, Kenta, the originator of go to sleep, he might be looking to get Hero in the right position to go for that maneuver. Grabs hold of the leg, STF.
Great counter by Kenta. The referee asking Chris Hero, does he give up? Not yet. Going for the ropes. He's got it. Sarah Del Rey.
Yeah, give the assist to Sarah.
Trying to help him out a little there. She needs to stay out of it.
Hero would have made the ropes anyway. It's now all on Kenta to try to follow up here. Took too much time. Hero nailed the elbow.
Yeah, but the boot up by Kenta. Kenta up in the air and slammed on his back. The legs up to cover. Just to a near fall.
Just to guarantee that Kenta doesn't get momentum off the ropes. Back to the stretch plum goes Chris Hero. Trying to get the submission here. But Kenta able to roll himself to a position to get his boot across the bottom rope once again. The damage was done though. Hero methodical now. Getting him in position. Combination of elbow strikes. Signature of that young knockout kid. Here he comes.
There's an elbow to the head. That's what Chris Hero is known for. But sometimes I think he can be a little too methodical. Doesn't take out his opponent when the time is right.
Time is right now. Up to the second. Oh, Kenta catches him. Avoids go to sleep. Hard shot from Hero. And again.
And there's Kenta with a blow. Oh, is this some kind of physical encounter between these two?
Both men giving it all they've got. Making every strike count. And it is taking its physical toll on both wrestlers.
Yeah, you wonder how much each of these guys has left in the tank. You can see now they're both pretty well spent.
This is the kind of matchup that is putting Ring of Honor on the map as the hardest hitting, most athletic wrestling in North America today.
Kenta flying off the ropes. And a running boot to the head. Here comes Chris Hero trying to respond.
What an exchange of boots!
And another boot to the head from Kenta. Yet again! Listen to the appreciation from this crowd, the respect that they have for Kenta and for Chris Hero. Now Hero, is this it?
He nails the Fisherman Buster on Hero. Kenta looks like he's going up top.
Kenta, another dive coming.
Double stomp across the chest.
And the cover. Oh, how in the world, Dave, did Chris Hero escape that?
He's just that good. Two of the best in the world. Will he go for go to sleep once again? Combination of strikes. Off the ropes it comes. Busaiku knee. Only two once again.
Kenta, you see how he made his name. His quick kicks. They have been so effective against Chris Hero.
And he's signaling for go to sleep. Can he hit it on Hero? Here it comes.
I think Hero's almost asleep already.
Hagedorn up on the apron, taking the attention of the official, as is Sarah Del Rey. That's teamwork right there.
Sarah Del Rey holding on to Kenta. She better watch out. That foot's awfully strong. His Sarah Del Rey just found out.
Oh, but an elbow strike from Hero. Rolling elbow to the back of the head. What?
What a great match we are watching here tonight. I absolutely agree with the crowd. This is awesome.
The atmosphere here is absolutely electric, and Chris Hero needs to follow up. Kenta almost lifeless. I have no idea how he kicked out. Time to finish the job, Hero. Oh, he's gonna use go to sleep. No. Combination. Can't hit the ropes though. Hero holds on. That's it. He's knocked out.
Oh, there's the kick out. Kenta still somehow, some way, has a little bit left. Oh my goodness.
There's the lucky elbow pad.
That's not lucky, it's a loaded elbow pad. It is absolutely illegal. And Shane Hagedorn tried to distract.
What's Eddie Kingston doing on the ring apron?
I'll tell you what he's doing. He knows this is unfair. Hey! Eddie Kingston has grabbed the elbow pad. All right, now it's going to be a fair finish. Eddie Kingston has made this a fair fight in the ring. And here comes Kenta. Got him in the air. Can this be go to sleep? You bet it could be. Down, and there's the cover. 1, 2, 3. What a match! What a match! What a win by Kenta.
Eddie Kingston getting involved. He had nothing to do with this match. Took the attention of Chris Hero, and that allowed Kenta to hit go to sleep and score the victory. Hero was robbed.
Eddie Kingston didn't allow Chris Hero to cheat.
There's no cheating involved. There was a lucky elbow pad. Eddie Kingston cost him the matchup.
It was a great match. Both guys absolutely exhausted, and it was a fair finish. That's what's impressive to me. It was a fair finish. I got to agree, it was awesome, and Kenta comes away a winner.
Hey, you know, Shane Hagedorn and Sarah Del Rey have every right to object to what just happened. Eddie Kingston got involved in this matchup. It wasn't any of his business. Kenta may have gotten his hand raised, but in my opinion, Hero was robbed.
Chris Hero got cocky. He tried to cheat. It did not work. Kenta is your winner. Folks, this is going to be talked about for a long time. This is Ring of Honor on HDNet.